guys, and welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Lacey and I am a 6th grade language arts teacher, and today we have a special guest.
Hi guys, I'm KJ. Funny story, I actually used to work with Lacey, but now I work with Celeste and I am a high school ELA teacher.
Yeah, so she and I used to be co-workers. She used to teach 8th grade at my school, and then she moved to Celeste school, so she's friends with both of us. You're used to just seeing me and Celeste, but we decided to switch it up. And those of you who are in college or you're in student teaching and you're maybe having some doubts or a little bit stressed out about the teaching profession, we decided to come up with our top tips. We literally have the same teaching journey. We both graduated high school 2015, right? Mm-hmm. We both graduated college 2019, and this is our 5th year of teaching. So
and the same subject.
Yeah, and the same subject. So literally we have identical journeys.
We hit it off from the start.
Yeah. So I guess we're not really veterans, but 5 years in, we kind of know what we got going on by now. So we are just going to share our top tips for first-year teachers or anyone who's considering education. So we're gonna go back and forth. She'll have a tip, I'll have a tip, and hopefully you guys feel encouraged by our video.
Number 1, don't take your work home, you guys. That's number 1. As teachers, especially first-year teachers, you're gonna try to take your work home, take your computer home, you're gonna try to grade homework and do all of these things. Even as far as communicating with parents and whatnot, they will literally call you. It'll be 10 o'clock at night. Yeah. They'll call you. Hey, leave it. It's gonna be there tomorrow. It's not going anywhere. I'm pretty sure the papers are not gonna get off your desk, run away. They're not gonna do that. They don't have legs. It's not gonna happen, It will be there. It is okay. It's okay. So yeah, that's the first one that I have. Actually, don't take work home.
And mine actually is bouncing off of hers. So set realistic boundaries for yourself, because you might think, oh, I need to grade all of these today, and that might be your motivation for bringing it home, but you don't. And I honestly, 5 years in, still struggle sometimes because I'm ELA, so we have essays. And if an essay's due Wednesday, then on Thursday, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna grade them all. And it just never happens. It just doesn't. And you have to set realistic boundaries. Don't stress yourself out. Take it day by day and just try your best to be present, because if you're stressed out, you're not going to be present. So definitely
you're not going to be your best self.
Yeah, so set realistic boundaries for sure.
And that goes to my number 2, which is, you guys, it's 2024. Embrace AI. Use it. I promise you. Use it to your benefit. There's so many different ways. And just as Lacey kind of piggybacking off of what she said, grading. High school, I teach high school. I teach a composition class. I have over 150 students. Each assignment is an essay. It's an essay. So you can imagine. Not saying that I use it all the time. However, especially during finals, you guys, when, it's crunch time, or let's say you had a long weekend, in a sense like that. Literally embrace AI. You can literally use AI for different facets. For example, AI can help you create your lesson plan. Literally give them the standards, what you want to do, tell them how long you want it to be, and it will create the entire lesson plan for you. Give or take 5 minutes. That's 2 hours.
Yeah.
That's taken away from you. Yeah. Lesson plans, helping you with grading or whatnot. You can give them the rubrics, set your expectations, tell them how you want it. Of course, and I always say this, recheck their work, because even AI, sometimes it may not align to your set standards, but actually try it and see. It will save you tremendous amount of time. So it's 2024, embrace it. It's here, AI.
Yeah, and that kind of leads to my second tip, because basically, if you don't care about what you're doing, if you don't care about what you're teaching, if you're not putting effort in it, then the kids can tell that. If you're bored with your lesson and you're just kind of giving them something, giving them busy work, then they're gonna know and they're not gonna care about it. And she and I are both very creative. We think outside the box, and it's actually harder to do that than to just find something from the internet. If I'm just giving you a packet and I don't care, and I'm just like, here, do this, and I'm not gonna grade it, I don't care about it, then they're not gonna do it. So you definitely get out of teaching what you put into it. So if you are not giving any effort, you're not gonna get good relationships with your students. So try to be creative, try to use AI, just try to meet them where they are. Like she said, it's 2024. You got to do what is relevant, and they will be engaged. We promise.
They will be engaged, and it
For sure.
inspires others. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel like we're kind of really like thinking on the same metric here, because number 3 for me is your students are not your friends. They're not your friends, you guys. I know you're gonna come in, especially as first year teachers, especially if you're young. If you're young, you're gonna come in and they're going to underestimate you because of how young you are. I think we started teaching when we were like 21, 22, around that age. So of course, fresh face, you look pretty young. They're gonna underestimate you. They still do.
Yep.
They're going to try you. So it's very important that you guys set boundaries. Understand that they are not your friends. Now, by that does not mean be a tyrant. By any means necessary. I'm not telling you to go in first day, oh, we're not doing this, we're not doing that. No, but you set your expectations and your ground rules, and you actually set them and minimize them. I literally have 3 rules in my class. The 3 rules, they cover majority of everything, all of the other rules that come along with it. But these are my 3 basic rules that I set, and it sets the entire classroom management. Also, when you get evaluated, they'll be able to sense that as well. So as long as you already have that sound ground environment, I promise you, you'll have control of your classroom, and it won't be transferable. Yeah, you'll have it.
For sure. And that again leads to my 3rd one, which is to stand your ground. We are adults. We're trained for this. This is our job. We have a degree, in this area. So you got to stand your ground, like she said, with students for sure, but also with parents and with coworkers, administrators, because we are all working professionals. So, no one should be treated as less than that ever. Stand your ground. Of course, be respectful to the kids, to adults, whoever, but you've got to stand your ground. And we're qualified for this. So if someone's questioning that, they shouldn't really have to question that.
Check the certificates, boo-boo.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so definitely stand your ground. And like she said, kind of going back with what she said, like, you can get comfortable with your kids. You can have great relationships with them. There's a time to play, but there's a time to get serious. And I do not yell or scream. That's never, ever, ever been my philosophy.
Takes too much energy.
Yeah, like that's never, but they know when it's time to play and when it's time to work, because I set the tone on day 1, and it was not by yelling or screaming or threatening. They just know.
So number 4, you're not going to get everything right the first time.
Not even the 5th time around. Not even the 5th time around.
I'm gonna tell you the truth. Listen, I feel like you're really not a teacher until after your 3rd year. That's just me being honest. After your 3rd year of teaching, you're finally set in, and you had a lot of trial and error, because that's not going to be the end of the trial and error, of course, but you've had enough to where you're like, okay, your 1st year of teaching, I promise you, you're going to fit. Let me tell you something. They're going to hit you with so many words that you're probably unfamiliar with. They're going to hit you with so many different type of policies and whatnot that you're not familiar with. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. Literally ask for help. Ask for help. You don't have to put all that on yourself, and you're not going to get it right the first time. And do not bear the weight of feeling like you're not a good teacher because your students didn't get the answer right. It's okay. It's okay. I promise you it's okay. You're not going to get it right. In that way, actually just try something different. Try a different teaching method. Collaborate with a partner and ask, hey, how did you teach this? Or how do you suggest I actually get this across to them or whatnot, which goes back to knowing your students. So, yeah, I feel like it's okay. You're not going to get everything right the first time, and that is okay.
Being perfect is not in our contract. They just want us to try our best.
It's really not.
That's it.
I didn't see that dotted line.
So we're trying to end on a positive note. So my last one is also positive. Just remember that your life is also important. Like I said, you are an adult. We go through things, not just the kids. So if you need to take a day off, they'll be okay. They can split your class. They can get a substitute. It'll be fine. So don't feel like, oh, I'm sick, but I feel like I have to go, or, oh, I'm really going through something, but I feel like I gotta go. You don't. So, be careful with yourself. Mental health, that's a very real thing, especially being a teacher, dealing with so much. So take a day off if you have to. Talk to people. Maybe have a teacher mentor, like we were just talking about one of my coworkers who's like my teacher mom that I talk to. I'll vent to her. I cried to her last year when I was new and everything. So, just do what you need to do to make sure you are being taken care of as well, because I know we're taking care of kids, but who is taking care of us?
You're literally gonna be a teacher, a parent, a counselor,
Nurse.
a nurse. Do you have a Band-Aid? Do you have it? No. You're gonna be a store.
Yeah.
Because they're not gonna have supplies, more than likely, you know. So you're gonna be all of these things, and it's a lot of roles and hats you're going to have to wear.
Yeah.
So mental health, I think that was a really great way to end it, actually. That was really good and very important.
If you are studying or you're in student teaching, comment down below, and I would love to continue this conversation in the comments. But that was our last tip, and of course there's probably like 100 things we could say, but these are to us the most essential first year teacher tips. So if you have, any other things to add to this conversation, make sure you comment them down below. Don't forget to also like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Bye.